Hello students, in this video we are going to solve the textbook exercise for chapter number 7. The chapter name is Conservation of Plants and Animals. Class 8, Subject Science NCERT. So here let me start the exercise. In that question 1 is fill in the blanks. The first one is the place where animals are protected in their natural habitat is called blank. So that is known as the wildlife sanctuary. Next one is the species found in only in a particular area is known as blank. So that is known as the endemic species. Next blank third number, migratory birds fly to far away places because of blank changes. So they fly away because of the climatic changes. Here your answer is climatic. Next is differentiate between the following. In that first one is wildlife sanctuary and biosphere reserve. So an area protected for animals where animals can live in their natural habitat is known as wildlife sanctuary. And in biosphere reserve, an area which is converted to protect conserve to protect the biodiversity and culture of that area is known as the biosphere reserve. In this sanctuary, hunting, poaching, grazing, felling of trees, etc. are strictly prohibited. And in biosphere, so biosphere reserve is consisted of many protected areas like sanctuaries, national parks, lakes, mountains, etc. The next one is second number, zoo and wildlife sanctuary. So zoo, it is a place where animals live in artificial habitat. And wildlife sanctuary, so it is a place where animals live in natural habitat. In zoo, the animals are protected for public view and they are spread in small areas. In wildlife sanctuary, the animals are protected and conserved in very large areas, and the areas are prohibited for hunting, grazing and felling trees, etc. The next difference is between endangered and extinct species. So the species which are at the verge of or at the end of which are near the extinction and which are required to be protected and conserved are known as the endangered species. And extinct species, so the species which no more exist on earth are known as the extinct species. The examples are given to you that tiger, wild buffalo, etc. are the endangered species. And dinosaurs are extinct species. Dinosaur is from extinct species. Next is between flora and fauna. So all plant life occurring in an area is known as the flora. And all animal life occurring in an area is known as the fauna. The example of flora is given to you, that is sal, teak, mango, jambun, silver ferns, arjun, etc. are flora. And chinkara, blue bull, barking deer, cheetal, leopard, wild dog, wolf are the examples of fauna. So now next is question number 3. Discuss the effects of deforestation on the following. In that first one is wild animals. How the deforestation affect the wild animals. So the natural habitat of the animals is destroyed by deforestation, and without the natural habitat, the animals are left with no place to live and breed. And as a result of this, many animals are at the verge of extinction. They are near the extinction. So this is how the deforestation affects the wild animals. Next is environment. So deforestation has resulted in global warming, and carbon dioxide is not absorbed by plants and it gets accumulated, or the amount of carbon dioxide in air is increased, and it has an adverse effect on our ecosystem. Next is villages or rural areas. So the rural areas largely depends on the forest for fuel, fruits, wood, etc. So the deforestation has reduced their resources, and the uninhabited animals are also a danger for the villagers. uninhabited, that means the animals which do not have the natural habitat, so they are also danger for the villagers. Next is cities, how the urban areas get affected by the deforestation. So cities are not directly affected by the deforestation, but the changes in the climate results in the calamities like flood and droughts which affect the cities also, and it also leads to the global warming. So this is how cities are affected. Next is earth. So the deforestation has converted the fertile lands into desert, and the natural calamities like floods and droughts are also the result for deforestation. The climate of earth has been changed due to the deforestation. Next is the next generation, how it will affect to the next generation. So the deforestation has affected our climate very much. Many species are at the verge of extinction, and because of deforestation and some species are already extinct, the next generation may not be able to see many beautiful and attractive fauna and flora, and it may have to suffer from the effects of global warming, no fuel and no paper, etc. Next is question number 4. What will happen if we go on cutting trees? So if we go on cutting trees, rainfall and fertility of soil will decrease, the changes of natural calamities will increase. It will also lead to decrease in water holding capacity of soil, which will result in floods, and animals' life will also be affected. If we go on cutting the trees, this would happen. Next is the habitat of an animal is disturbed. So the survival of animals will also become difficult if their natural habitat is disturbed. Then after, they will not have any space to live and to breed. As a result, they will not survive, and also because of scarcity of food or lacking of shortage of food, the animals have started wandering in the nearby villages and targeting domestic animals as their prey, or sometimes they are also targeting the human beings. Next is the top layer of soil is exposed. So if the top layer of the soil is exposed, it will wash away with water, and the removal of top layer will gradually convert the fertile land into the deserts. And moreover, the soil washed away with water will be deposited in the river bed, resulting in decreasing the depth of rivers. In the river, the soil particles, stones will increase, so it will decrease the depth of the rivers, and the chances of flood will increase many folds. In many areas, the chances of flood will increase. So this would happen if we go on cutting trees. The top layer of the soil is exposed, the habitat of an animal is disturbed. Next is question number 5, answer in brief. In that first one is why should we conserve biodiversity? So we should conserve biodiversity because it is very important for all living organisms and for environment, and we should conserve biodiversity to save it from becoming extinct. Next is protected forests are also not completely safe for wild animals. Why? So the protected forests are not completely safe for wild animals because poachers have found access in these areas and killing animals. And there is a need to make strict rules against the poaching and trespassing. How they are entering, that is trespassing. So to avoid this trespassing, we have to make the strict rules. Next is some tribals depends on the jungle. How? So some tribals are still dependent on the jungle for their food, fuel, wood, shelter, etc. and they live in forest and are dependent on the jungles and forest. Next is what are the causes and consequences of deforestation? So the main cause of deforestation is growing urbanization and industrialism. Industries are increasing and the urbanization area is also increasing, so that is the main cause of the deforestation, and we need more land and resources have land to be to the cutting down the forest. We are getting this land from cutting down the forest. The consequences of the deforestation are desertification and the natural calamities. It has also rendered many species of plants and animals unprotected and unconserved. It will make the many species, plants and animals unprotected and unconserved. Next is what is Red Data Book? So Red Data Book keeps the record of all the endangered animals and plants, and different record books are maintained for endangered animals and endangered plants. They keep the record of endangered species. Next is, what do you understand by the term migration? So for the purpose of breeding and specific purpose, some species of birds and animals move from their habitat to some other habitat or from other area. So the birds move to far away areas every year during the particular time because of climatic changes and return to their original habitat after some time. So this periodical of the some species is known as the migration. Next is question number 6. In order to meet the ever increasing demand in factories for shelter, trees are being continually cut. Is it justified to cut trees for such projects? Discuss and prepare brief report. So the ever increasing demand in factories for shelter, trees are being continually cut. And if we have to retain our green wealth for generations, plantation of more trees is the only option. So the cutting of tree can only be justified when reforestation is done. Reforestation is the restocking of destroyed forest by planting new trees. And the trees planted should be of the same species that are generally found in the forest. And we should plant as many trees as we cut. And reforestation can take place naturally also if the land is left undisturbed, and the forest will establish itself over a period of time. So if we have damaged our forest to such an extent that it is difficult to retain or regain the green wealth for our future generation, so it is very important to plant more trees and to find out ways of recycling and restoring our natural wealth. Next is 7th number. How can you contribute to the maintenance of green wealth of your locality? Make a list of actions to be taken by you. So the green wealth of the locality is the responsibility of every resident or every person who are living over there. We should grow more and more plants in the locality. The residents should work together to conserve the green belt or green wealth of the locality. Also, they should be taught that about the consequences of deforestation and global warming. We have to tell them what is the consequences, or we have to explain them what are the consequences of the deforestation and global warming. And I plant trees in my locality, and I also teach the small children and encourage them with the slogan "One man, one tree" every year, so that every resident plants at least one tree in a year and take care of it. Next, 8th number. Explain how deforestation leads to the reduced rainfall. So plants need carbon dioxide for photosynthesis, and fewer trees would mean that less carbon dioxide will be used, resulting in its increased amount in the atmosphere, and this will lead to global warming as the carbon dioxide traps the heat rays reflected by the earth, and the temperature of the earth will increase. The increase in this temperature of the earth disturbs the water cycle and may reduce the rainfall. So this is how the deforestation leads to the reduced rainfall. Next, 9th number. Find out about the national parks in your state and identify and show their location on the outline map of India. So the number of national park in Gujarat, in our state there are total 4 national park. In that first one is Girnar Forest, which is there in the Junagadh district, and it is famous for the population of Asiatic lion. Next is Black Buck National Park, which is there in the Velavadar in Bhavnagar district. It has the dense population of black bucks. Next is Vasanda National Park in Valsad district near the Dang region. This national park is situated in which the painted frog, that is rare and endangered species, is found. Next is Marine National Park. It is near Jamnagar and famous for its rich coral marine algae and mangrove diversity. Here we had mentioned this in the map of Gujarat. In the political map of Gujarat, the first one here is Marine National Park. This one is the Gir Forest National Park. This one is the Velavadar Black Buck National Park, and this one is the Vasanda National Park. So these are the national park in our state Gujarat. Next is 10 number. Why should paper be saved, and prepare a list of ways by which you can save paper. So paper is used in our day-to-day life, and thousands of trees are cut to fulfill the demand of this paper. And if the trees are being cut for paper, there may be one day we will be left with no trees. So paper should be saved and should be used intelligently, and the ways by which we can save the papers are: we should recycle the waste paper, we should not litter paper here and there, we should not throw paper here and there. Then after, paper should be sent through paper channel for recycling. We should not tear out old books and donate it to poor children so that they can reuse those books. Then after, we should encourage buying recycled paper products, and we should avoid taking paper bags from the shops. Instead, we should carry jute bags. So these are some of the ways by which we can save the papers. Next, 11th number, complete the word puzzle. In that first one down is species on the verge of extinction. So that is known as the endangered. Next is a book carrying information about endangered species. So that book is known as the Red Data book. Next one is consequences of deforestation. So that is, one of them is deserts. In across, first one is species which have vanished. So that is extinct. That is known as the extinct. Next is species found only in a particular habitat. So that is known as the endemic. And last one is variety of plants and animals and microorganisms found in an area. So that is known as the biodiversity. Here the answer for this crossword puzzle is given to you. You can check your answer from here. Endangered, extinct, endemic, Red Data book. Then after, next here is biodiversity and desert. So here our textbook solution gets over. In the next video we will start our next chapter. Thank you.